Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daily Trends on Penice News. I'm here with the hottest just in town. Coming up in today's update, we have Mr. John Okafor, popularly known as Mr. Ibu. We know him to be a veteran Nigerian comic actor. And mentioning an actor, we all know the famous movie Aki and Popo. And we know that anytime we see Aki and Popo in movies, it's most of the times linked to Mr. John Okafor. He is mostly their father or always linked up with them whenever they are shooting the movie on set. Currently on social media, we've heard the sad news that is coming from his desk, which shows that he is currently in a bad condition. That is, he is at the hospital still in admission and being taken care of. Guys, we all heard that some time ago it came in the news that he said he was attacked by some kidnappers where they took along almost all his family members, leaving none. So he reported the case to the police, and that per what the police were doing, it happens that those that kidnapped the family people were under attack and they felt afraid. And so they released all the family members, excluding the wife and a 1-year-old child, which they left behind. So they asked of the ransom, that is 50 million naira, that if Mr. John Okafor is unable to pay that money, then they will kill the family. But upon the report, it looked as if they were scared, and so Mr. John Okafor, instead of paying 50 million naira, paid only 4 million naira, which a year after the release of his kid and wife, it looks as if that the kid couldn't survive the year after. And per the research, it looked as if the kid demise was as a result of food poisoning per the autopsy from the doctors and what have you. Guys, moving on to the story, we all know Mr. John Okafor, even his facial expressions alone brought the smiles or laughter on the faces of many. Even as he is in this condition, one man who visited him said, "Per the look on his face even gave him the smile on his face." But meanwhile, Mr. John Okafor was actually going through a mess. According to Mr. John Okafor, he says, this is the third time in the space of 3 years that he has been poisoned. And in the first 2 years, he was poisoned in the village. But in this third year, he was poisoned in Abuja at an event center, which currently he is still going under the treatment, or he is still responding to treatment in the hospital. Currently, he is with his wife and the wife is treating him. But according to him, he said some people are on social media begging for alms on his behalf. But according to Mr. Ibu, he says he hasn't asked anybody to do that on his behalf. Besides, if you are his friend and you come to visit him and you give him a money or any gift, that it will be acceptable. But don't use his name as an excuse to begging of alms from other people. Even though he is in a bad condition, that doesn't mean that he is not financially sound. As a matter of fact, this isn't the first time that he's going through such a treatment, and so he would be able to cater for himself. We all know he has suffered a lot aside his health issues. He also came out that he has gone under divorce the third time. And with the 2 wives, he came out to say that they all left him because of his financial instability. And so he decided to work as a man and make sure that every need of his child is being catered for. And so he wouldn't be begging for alms or anything. So currently in a situation, he says that nothing will let his wife leave him. Perhaps if she will go, it wouldn't because of financial instability or any other thing that concerns money. But it will be maybe a personal something that she herself wouldn't allow the public domain to know. Or perhaps she will tell the public, but it wouldn't be about money. So Mr. John Okafor is saying that he is getting well as time goes by. So if you are his fan and you are there feeling bored or feeling sad because of his situation and thinking he would lose his life, he says we should give you this good news that very soon he will be discharged from the hospital and we will hear the good news that he is back on set. So very soon we will be seeing him in the movies once again. So guys, moving on to my second update. A veteran Nigerian actress who is in the person of Tonto. We know Tonto Dike's friend, who's is a Ghanaian who is also a comedian in the person of Ifya Schwarzenegger. That is by popular, that is how everybody knows her. We all heard the news concerning these two, where concerning when the father died, it was that one was supposed to come and help or console the other. But unfortunately, Tonto Diki came to say that for her, it is not something that she normally does. In fact, she doesn't know how to go and escort people, especially with funerals. And so letting her friend to come to escort her or see her bury her father or anything like that, she wouldn't be able to pay back in that same coin. And so in order to stop all this, she would just allow the friend or ask the friend not to come at all, so that it wouldn't raise any grudges or wouldn't raise any eyebrow in it so much more. So she came out to the public domain in order to clear the thoughts of everyone. Meanwhile, her friend, who is Ifya Schwarzenegger, also came to say, we all know that she has also lost her dad. And besides, Tonto Dike is not cancer that killed her dad. And so if her friend wasn't able to come and console her or bring her that comfort, it doesn't mean that their friendship are no longer in existence. Besides, it's not all the time that your friend is with you. There are times you'll be needing them the most. You will think they will be there, but unfortunately, maybe sometime or that particular time, they would be also going through something that needed to be taken care of. So if we saw them not together, doesn't mean their friendship was over. They are still the best of friends that we knew. Today in the news, the reason that everybody's attention has gone on Tonto Dike is because she came on social media to tell what she isn't afraid of. We know she has suffered heartbreaks and a lot of attacks when it comes to a relationship or her partner's life. So she came out to say that even though she has married before, we all know her husband, who is the ex-husband, that's Prince Potpogri, who was her ex, and that only 3 months that they went into dating, the relationship got broken. And people were saying it's because she is heartbroken. She comes on social media to just write anything there just to get the attention of netizens. Well, she has come to say that the only thing she is afraid of is to go broke. We all know how when you go broke, people from all walks of life, even people that are supposed to accord you with such respect, do not do that because they are the ones that are feeding you. But if you are the one feeding yourself, you know how to go about every duty of you, then there is no way somebody will trample upon your rights. So all she's scared of is being broke. So she's praying that she will never go broke, and the mother of one would be able to take care of her son. We all know that she is a mother of one, and so her ex-husband, who is Checho Olakunle, whatever she is going through or whatever that led to them going divorce doesn't mean that she wouldn't go into any relationship again. So Tonto Dike is now in the public domain, clearing the minds or clearing the thoughts of everybody that it is not because of heartbreak or trauma or stress that she's going through, but rather the only thing she's afraid of is to go broke. So guys, this is where I end today's updates concerning the life of Mr. John Okafor, popularly known as Mr. Ibu, and Tonto Dike. Thank you for your time, and don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Bye for now.